What do you do pag nature's calling habang nagmi-meeting? I just realized that's kind of bad. Ang ingay sa labas. There's construction going on the other side. So if you hear anything, I apologize. So today we will be talking a lot about school. Yay! Actually, no. If you're not a student anymore, it's okay. This can be applicable for work from home and everything because we will be talking about some motivation, focus, time management, and everything. But hopefully, I'll be able to give tips along the way while I answer 20 questions about online classes and everything in between. Before I begin, I would like to let you guys know that I am currently a third-year student studying in dlsu University, taking up Applied Corporate Management. So that is the College of Business. So I already have my own set of friends and I don't have majors anymore. I only have thesis, but still next term. So right now, all of my classes are actually minors. So without further ado, let us begin. Number one, everyday struggle. So I guess my everyday struggle would be being able to, motivate myself to do work, to go to school and everything. Basically, motivation is like the biggest problem, especially when the bed is right there. K-drama is easy to access. There's so much food downstairs. There's Wi-Fi. You can use your phone. No one will really know if you're using your phone or if you're listening in class. 2, I'll be combining 3 questions. First is, nagagets ko lang po yung mga lesson if harap-harapan siyang tinuturo at dinidiscuss sa akin. How do I cope up po now na online classes? Any tips po or ways to solve this? My attention span is so short. Any tips on how to be more focused? Tips on how to discipline yourself academically in this time of pandemic. So basically, this whole question revolves around being able to focus in class or just to be able to really study and perform well academically. So what I would like to do is to have focus is to really have a desk assigned for your studies, for your online classes, or for your work. So what I do is I have my own table with my own workspace. If you follow my Instagram, you know what my workspace table is already. You know how it looks like. But basically, that's the only place where I study, where I work and everything, where I really need to focus so that when I sit there, my mind is already set up. Okay, once I'm seated here, I have to focus, I have to work, I have to study. Period. Now, I understand that not everyone has enough space at home to be able to really have a designated space for online classes. Not everyone has a big room, not everyone has a table and everything. If you don't have much space, you can always study in your dining table, in your living room, or in someone else's table. But if you really don't have an available table, I suggest getting that breakfast or bed table that you can get. You can get it on Shopee. But yeah, for me, a table is really important because if you're lying down in bed, it just makes you relax and fall asleep and everything. Personally, happened to me already, so I got you. Based on personal experience, don't do it. 3, do you have a playlist that helps you focus? Drop them. I actually do not have my own playlist, but I do search lo-fi or lo-fi, I don't know how to say it, but L-O-F-I on YouTube. There's a lot of mixes there. There's one famous one that it's like live the entire time. But of course, there are also the ones that are not lives. You can probably just download them and listen to them. And honestly, it's so relaxing and it really, for me, it really blocks out like all of the background noises and everything. And it just helps me focus. It's like modern classical instrumental, so it doesn't really have words or lyrics to distract you from, let's say, writing an essay or something. It really gets you into that mood, into that zone of just working. 4, how do you manage your time? Do you make a to-do list? If so, do you make one night before or before starting the day? So I connected these 2 questions because these are actually related in my life. So the way I manage my time is, if you guys have seen my previous videos, you would know that I use a physical planner, like an actual planner. I write the deadlines, when the quiz is and everything, and also when I plan to do it. So let's say everything is due next week, I get to divide it if it's Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, when I'm gonna do it, so that I can even it out with my content creating, with my workouts and everything. I can make sure that I have enough time for everything. And then for the to-do list, I actually plan a week ahead, but I also have my daily, or I have my nightly edits. So nightly edits meaning There are also things that I don't get to do, of course. Like there are sometimes like I'm supposed to do this paper, but I was so lazy and it's due next week, so I move it the next day. So I have to edit those and put it somewhere else. And if I do it the night before, it helps me set my mind that, okay, tomorrow I have a lot of things to do, I have to be quick, or tomorrow's gonna be a chill day, I can take my own time, I can be at my own pace and everything. So it really like helps me prepare for the next day if I also look at it and edit it the night before. 5. Do you cram or do you prefer to do things few days before deadlines? For me, it depends, but I kind of usually cram it, I guess. Like generally, I cram it. But then, since I do content creation, there are days where I set my face to have makeup. So I do a video, I take photos, I film something. So that is all gonna be in one day. And then there's another day where I don't have makeup. So that's the time I do my schoolwork, the time I edit, so that it's all like there already. So for some subjects, it's considered cramming, but for others, it's considered advanced. But basically, I schedule them all in one day, so it's already done and my focus is already there. 6 is any tips how to stop or lessen procrastinating po. What I would suggest is also to get a planner and really schedule your day out so that you know when you're supposed to do this and that, so you'll be extra motivated. Once you do that checklist and everything, you'll feel good about yourself, and I feel like it also helps when it comes to procrastinating issues. 7 is how to stay motivated, tips para ganahan pumasok, tips not to slack off, how to stay motivated and productive. So here's the thing. I am actually a very grade conscious person. Like, I get anxious if I don't submit something or if I get a low grade. So I guess that's like a motivation for me. But for people who aren't as grade conscious, just think about it this way. Everyone's having a hard time with paying tuition, with paying bills and everything. So to be grateful with what you have and really make your money worth. And eventually the deadline will come and you have to submit whatever paperwork that you have to do. And there's also school, and you know, all you have to do is open your laptop and listen. And I guess like it's not necessary for you to take down notes, especially now, like it's really hard, but at least just listen, because you will always learn something from the classes that you will take. And always remember that today's hard work is tomorrow's reward. 8, where do you get your inspiration every day amidst the pandemic? So obviously it's really hard. Like I guess like there are weeks and days where I really just stay in bed. I don't want to film. Like sometimes I schedule that I have to film on this certain day. Actually, I was supposed to film yesterday, but I ended up filming today because I was really so tired. I was so lazy. And I feel like with this whole uncertain future and a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, it's very normal to have your inspiration a little down, motivation a little down, and that's okay. I think it's really okay to let yourself rest and have those days where you really just wind down, so that on the days that you feel better, you will really end up being very motivated to do whatever you have to do. And another inspiration would be, I guess, other people who are living their lives, trying to live their lives normally, trying to strive and everything. You know, if you see that, oh, this person can do that, this person can do this and that as well, why can't I do it? You don't always have to go to their level, but just appreciate, don't compete, just appreciate the fact that they're doing something and then go from there. Why don't you try something? It doesn't have to be the same as what everyone is doing, which is basically vlogging and everything. But basically, you can just find something that you like to do, like you genuinely like to do. To wrap up my answer, it's to appreciate other people's hard work and also to start being hardworking. 9, what's the most challenging thing you've experienced in an online class? I took an 8-hour exam. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it's just one exam for 8 hours. Like, I literally had to grab food really quickly downstairs, bring it up, and take the exam while eating. It was taking that long. It was already a group quiz. It was law class involving taxes. So basically, I had to do solutions for taxes in accounting format. And you know how in accounting, there are like lines that you have to follow and indentations and the lines like that, the equation and everything. So basically, imagine doing all of those in Google Sheets or in Excel, and it was so hard, and it was a group work. You had to calculate them, double check them and everything before submission. It was so hard. I feel like my brain actually like suffered so much from that 8-hour exam. But other than that, another challenging thing was I actually fell asleep in the middle of class and I woke up the next class already. 10, how to stay fresh kahit puyat sa schoolworks. Number 1, makeup. Number 2, filter. Number 3, water, I guess. If you guys know me, you know that water has been a big part of my life, and I love water so much. And again, I really believe that water has a lot of health benefits, and I also try to sleep as much as I can. I mean, I don't really sleep like 8 hours even if I'm at home because I have a lot to do. I always edit videos and everything. But you know, at the end of the day, eating proper food, drinking lots of water, and sleeping at least 5 hours or something, not recommended. But, you know, it works for me. 11. What time do you study? Early morning or late at night? Do you do things at a specific time? For example, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. is study time. Thoughts on constructing a rigid daily routine. Things to do around class hours. So just because I do content creation, I need the sun and everything, and I also work out during the day, I study at night. So I shoot, I take photos, I film videos while there's sunlight because sun is very important. Can you see how pissed my face is right now? You know, I love my neighbors, but not right now. Like, I'm not in the mood. I'll probably film a vlog soon, like a day in my life with online classes soon, so just stay tuned for that. 12. How to follow a specific schedule or routine. Again, what I just do is that I write on my planner everything that I have to do, and I schedule them at a certain time so that it's already set the night before. So when I wake up, my mind is already set. Okay, when I wake up, I have to film right away. That's basically what I did today. And also, since I create content with the sun, then I'm kind of forced to do all of my content related stuff in the morning and then all of my academics at night and my K-dramas and everything. I guess the tip is to be consistent as well. If you're always gonna work out at 4 p.m, then just keep working out at 4 p.m. and then schedule your life around that. So at 4 to 5 p.m, you're just gonna work out, and then 6 o'clock you're gonna shower, and then after that you're gonna study. Before that, maybe you can do whatever you have to do, like online classes, take photos and everything, whatever your job is. 13. Where do you make reminders? Written or on a gadget? Which apps do you use? What apps or softwares do you use for ACADS? Apps for student po ate. Great apps, must have apps. Reco please. Here's the thing, I'm not a super apps person. Like, I know some people have their schedule on Google Calendar, but mine, it's a planner. Like, I think the only useful app for me is Google Docs because that's where I type down my notes, especially in class if it's really fast-paced. So what I like to do is I split my screen since I'm using a Mac. So on one side, I'm taking my class, the other side, I'm using Google Docs. And how I take down my notes is usually I just type down really quickly. Or if the slide is super wordy and the prof is so fast, I screenshot, paste it on Google Docs, and then I get to type it down and copy it later. And then for school, we're also using Canvas and Zoom. So that's basically it. 14. Do you use website blockers, extensions on your Mac during work hours? I actually do not. I don't. If that helps you, then go for it. But honestly, for me, not really, because again, I'm very grade conscious. When I know I need to listen, I do listen. But when I don't need to listen, I actually find myself fixing my room, making content, working out. So I don't really use other social media apps as well. 15. This is funny. What do you do pag nature's calling habang nagmi-meeting? Gawin mo! I mean... Actually, nagawa ko na to. But you know, it doesn't always have to be pooping. It can also be peeing. But the thing is, for our online classes, except for our PE, which is dance, we do not have to turn on our cameras. So what I like to do is I just loudspeaker it and then just listen from the bathroom. There's no other way. Like, that's just kinda it. If nature's calling, it's calling. Kaya nga nature's calling, diba? Hindi may iwasan. Number 16, ML po ba ang PE nyo? Haha. So if you guys didn't know, ML is Mobile Legends, and no, I do not play Mobile Legends because in LaSalle, we have 4 PE classes. So first is wellness, which is basically Zumba. Then we have sports, which is either swimming or ping pong. And then we also have teams, which is futsal or indoor soccer, but I guess now that is Mobile Legends to improve your teamwork skills. And then fourth is dance. It used to be ballroom or hip-hop, but right now we are doing TikTok dances. So yeah. 17, it's hard to make friends with online classmates. How do you do it? How do you make friends if first time mo ma-meet sa online class? Now here's the thing. I'm already a third-year college student, so I know a lot of people from the College of Business. So a lot of my classmates are actually my friends already, so I don't really have to make friends. I don't really know how to answer this because I never really had to do it. Like, usually I just interact with people if there's a random group work. But yeah, we basically just do whatever we have to do and then we stop talking right after. But if I were to give a tip, it's to be real, to focus in class, class and also to be nice as possible, because you really never know who these people are. For first-time college student, you might think, oh, college is so exciting, I'm gonna get to meet new people and everything. But honestly, it's a lot harder than that, because you have to make a whole new set of friends and adjust to their personalities and everything. So just be careful and be nice. 18. Online class or face-to-face? Personally, which do you like better, online class or face-to-face? How did you cope with online class? I think when it comes to coping, I already answered that earlier. But definitely, I prefer face-to-face because number one, I get to learn more. Not just because I'm distracted at home, but it's just really better to learn more in school. And also, group works are easier. Plus, you get to meet new people. You get to see your friends. You get to explore and everything. I mean, online classes has its perks. Like, I get to work out. I get to make content while in class. I get to wake up and then be in class right away. I don't have to travel 1 hour to get to LaSalle. But you know, at the end of the day, I think face-to-face classes are just really different, and you really get to learn. You get to be educated. You get to focus in class and interact with people, create and improve social skills. 19. What can you say about DLSU admins or profs handling online classes? Generally, I would say that DLSU admins are very practical, realistic, and also kind of nice. They can be nice because we have a tuition discount. They also give the deadlines a week before. I think like they're required to give the deadlines a week before. You're also not required to attend the meetings because it's recorded. So you can just watch it at your own time whenever you have internet, whenever you're free and not doing household chores. So I guess generally they're being nice, especially because I think everyone really feels the gravity of this whole pandemic. But there are still some profs that still give a lot of things to do. Number 20, kahit na matagal ka na nag-online class, do you still want an academic freeze? Yes, I do. To begin with, this entire system is already anti-poor. The ones who need to study, graduate, and work as soon as possible already are the ones who actually have no access to gadgets and Wi-Fi. It's really difficult, but it's not something that I can control. But I do wish for an academic freeze. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this helped you in a certain way, whether you're a student, a teacher, or a person or an employee working from home. I hope my answers will be able to help you when it comes to motivation, time management, and etc. Please don't forget to follow my Instagram for more content and updates. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!